What's up? This is Rebel Radio.
What up? What up? This is DJ Newmark.
This is Peanut Butter Wolf.
It's your boy. It's okay.
Keep checking out Rebel Radio.
Rebel Radio.
This is Rebel Radio.
We're in the place right here. Rebel Radio is going down.
Would you say Rebel Radio?
Oh, wait. Let's do it again.
Rebel Radio.
What's up, Rebels? Welcome back to Rebel Radio, the weekly show where I bring you the rebels who are shaping our culture. We talk about how they do it, why they do it, and what you can do to get a little piece of the pie for yourself. We're also the only show to bring you new music every week from our friends over at EDM.com. I'm your host, Josh Levine. With me in studio this week is Tayy Brown. Tayy is a singer, rapper from Maryland. Definitely on his way up, but he's already having some good success. He's on tour. He's been on tour with Ski Mask the Slump God. If you're familiar with him, if you're not, you need to get up on your hip hop. And Tayy's got some great music coming out, and a really interesting story about how his kind of mission, his message has changed as a result of feedback that he started getting from fans, which I think is just so relevant for all of us. I hope you'll dig Tayy's story. I really did. Let's get into it right after the EDM.com track of the week.
I like this, I like this, I like this. You don't pep in your step like this. You don't rep the Southwest like this. Make a no turn to yes like this. I ain't heard nobody come close.
Yo, that was Centerfolds by Creature, Toussaint Laurens, Derek Royce, and E. Meezy. The EDM.com track of the week. If you like that one, get over to EDM.com. Check out more new music, and let's get into the interview with Tayy Brown.
Me mugs on bitches, that funks with this shit. More love, no limits. Cash can move mountains.
Tayy Brown, thank you, man. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for real.
I've messed with your music. I've been listening to it, and excited to talk about how it's all coming together. So you're in town for Rolling Loud?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was alright. It was cool.
Was it your first time at Rolling Loud?
Nah, it's like my third time.
Oh, okay.
First time was in the Bay. Second time was in Miami.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what was did you see the show? Did you go see anybody else's shows, or you were strictly backstage?
Yeah, I went out for a couple people. I went out for Dirk.
Okay.
Trippy, but it was still kind of backstage, but it wasn't like.
You got to see some performances.
Yeah.
What was the highlight?
The highlight for me was when Shorty came out. And Mozzie said,
mm-hmm.
And that shit was hard just to see, like, cause he from where I'm from, so like just to see how like everybody from out here was fucking with him.
Yeah.
Cause you know what I'm saying, so it's just like to be in another state,
sure,
and see your mans get love like that.
Yeah, I love it when you go to festivals and you see the artists walking around, or even just watching the music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes, you forget that people are fans too.
Yeah.
Just because you make music doesn't mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I think that's a great difference, I think, between festivals and like a regular concert is, you'll see the artists hanging out, being part of the experience. Nice. How was the crowd? LA gets a lot of criticism for people think LA crowds are too cool to, we don't really party.
For real?
I've heard it.
I don't know, like, I don't know, maybe it was kind of, I don't know, the Bay. I remember being in the Bay and it was crazy.
Yeah, they go crazy in the Bay.
But just from like experience just performing in LA,
yeah,
the West Coast is always better than the East Coast.
Is that right?
Hell yeah. New York, they look at you like,
right,
who is this nigga on stage?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, that's been going on forever, right? New York's they're pretty closed off if you're not from there. And I think we're always a little bit more open. Well, I want to talk about kind of how you got started. Going back, all the way back, do you remember the first record you ever bought?
Shit, album by Bow Wow.
Oh, yeah?
Man, young. That was my nigga back in the day.
Uh-huh.
That was like the first artist I was really fucking with.
Okay.
I forgot the name though.
Yeah, Bow Wow, he had a moment for sure.
Yeah, people be shitting on him, but it's like he definitely had his wave.
I think it's hard, man. It's hard it's hard coming from, being a kid to then try to be taken seriously as an adult, you know what I mean?
Especially as a rapper.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think in general, they didn't really, we don't really take kid rappers too seriously.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you grow up and you're like, I'm a man now, I want to be seen that way. But, to us, he's still a little Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. That's a challenge. And then how did you get started rapping? Were you hooked from day one or?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I always wanted to be in music. My father's in the industry.
Oh, okay.
So
what's he do?
Right now he's a writer. He's a composer.
Oh, nice.
But he used to be an artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so did he encourage you? Like, was he helping you, or was he like, don't do what I did?
It was kind of like, it wasn't that. It was that without that. You feel me? Like, he wasn't straight up being like, don't do it, because he a supportive person, like, always. But he kind of just let me rock and grow, like. So, yeah. It wasn't until recently he was like, all right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, just being around him in the studio all the time.
Yeah.
I had no choice but to, fall in love with or hate it.
Sure. Yeah, it can kind of go either way, right? So yeah, where'd that first song come from when you first kind of started making music?
I had garage band.
Uh-huh.
Was it garage band? Yeah, it was rock band.
Uh-huh.
But got that for Christmas. I had a mic, a USB mic, so put it in my mother's computer. And that's when I made that's literally when I made my first song.
Uh-huh. And then did you go out and were you rapping in front of people?
Nah, hell
no. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
So what was that first time when you finally got in front of a crowd?
I wasn't until I went to college.
Okay.
Actually,
where'd you go to school?
I went to school in SUNY Purchase in New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's when I first performed. Well, that's not true, actually. I did little talent shows. Uh-huh. But I was just too shy. I was terrible. I had to come into this.
It's scary, man. I don't know,
Yeah, I don't know how people so confident in themselves.
Yeah.
They so confident. They should be trash half the time, but they so confident. And it's it's a skill. I ain't shooting nobody down, but some people just don't got that.
So how'd it feel? Did you go
the first time?
Yeah, were you like, oh shit, this is me now?
Yeah, I feel like I deserve to be on a stage.
Uh-huh.
And the first stage wasn't that type of stage. It was one of them stages on the same level as niggas.
Yeah.
So it wasn't I was.
Oh yeah.
I was damn. But and also didn't know how to perform.
Sure.
But I quickly ended that shit when I went on tour.
Okay.
For some reason, I got that Henny in me.
Uh-huh.
And I had no choice but to show out.
Yeah.
Because it was 3,000 people. So
was there a moment when you felt like I got this? This is my career. This is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, when I got a DM from somebody said that they was close to committing suicide, and they said that I helped them. That's when I knew I was all right, I should be doing this. I shouldn't stop.
Yeah. Did you talk to that person or did
you? I responded to him.
Yeah.
But that was when I knew. I was word?
That's crazy, man. I mean, obviously we know that music has healing power.
Yeah.
And, I think I don't know if we fully understand that. To me, it's it brings people together, and that connectedness is what is lacking sometimes, and we need that.
Yeah.
And then not to get too, deep, but obviously, we're seeing what a lot of the artists go through, in terms of their, challenges, their kind of disconnectedness from everybody else. How much are you thinking about that?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Just when you're making music, like, where's it coming from? Is it just?
It depends. It depends. I know how to like write from different perspectives. So I've always been good at that. But like, it wasn't until like I realized that it doesn't matter. Your perspective is just as like, your perspective is all you need for real. And almost I like realized that, and like I didn't have to like write to please other people or please like write music that I feel like other people want to listen to. I just wrote music that was true to me.
Yeah.
That's when I started like seeing success.
Okay.
For real.
So what was the first song that like really started to catch people's attention?
First song was a song called Count on Me that I dropped like 4 years ago. That was like a little baby buzz.
Uh-huh.
And then From Me I dropped 2 years ago. 2 years ago? March 2000. Yeah, it was a year ago.
Okay.
March 2018. That's when I just got mad buzz, like out of nowhere, just from people, random people. That's the song that I got the DM from the kid from.
Yeah.
And then that's when United Masters hit me up. Was like, we like your song, like come distribute it through here. So that's the first song from me.
Yeah. So how are you feeling when you get that call? Like, obviously you're just working, making music, and then you start hearing from people like United Masters. You know, I know you're probably hearing from different labels.
Yeah.
What's going through your head?
It ain't nothing to the check sign. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I feel like it's such a hard road, and there's all these like signs along the way that tell you if you're on the right track or not, and sometimes it's hard to like make sense of those when they're coming.
Oh shit.
And then you went on tour with Ski Mask, right? Was that like the first big tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First big ass tour. That shit was crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So like, he was people that was the main opener for him was Band Hunter Izzy.
Okay.
And that's a Baltimore artist. And the people that was behind it hit me up, was like, yo, come on a tour. So I was like, all right, bet. And so every night, my first show was in Phoenix. And that's when I was like, yes, this is what I need to be doing every night. That shit was fun. Other people, like, the other rappers weren't, like, excited about it as much as I was. Maybe because they was used to that shit. But, like,
sure.
I couldn't wait to just do it again the next night.
Yeah.
But even though, like, nobody knew who the fuck I was, they was showing love.
Yeah.
But, like, it was still fun as hell.
So what'd you learn? You said from, you know, that first time on stage, you realize it's a skill, right? And it's something you got to work on and develop. So from there to that night in Phoenix, what did you learn? Like what was?
I don't know. Like as soon as I got there, I just felt comfortable. It was probably the Henny more than anything else, but I just felt comfortable. And like before, like I didn't know how to perform. Like I wouldn't look people in their eyes. I would just kind of stay to myself. But for some reason, the love they showed out there was just like, this is young kids too, so like they just there to have fun. So it was kind of easy. And yeah, it wasn't no like transition. I was trash and then I wasn't. Yeah.
You think it's just like getting comfortable?
Yeah, I think it's just about being comfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, you know, I always think like if you want to find the great performers, like watch the opening acts. Right? Because it's easy to go and hear the songs that you love and you know all the words. And,
exactly.
You know,
exactly.
And sometimes, you know, sometimes you can get away with a lot.
Hell yeah.
If the people just like your songs, right? But if they never heard the songs before, it's on you.
Yeah.
To go sell them.
Exactly. But nah, I definitely got booed a couple times. Mostly like during the shows I had hella openers though.
Right.
like major cities like Atlanta would have like hella openings. That was my worst show.
Is that right?
Yeah, because there was just so many people, and people just tired. They trying to see the main act, which I understand.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you get booed with
like one person. This is not like the whole group.
Right.
That would never happen. You know?
Right.
I'm too nice for that shit. But it'd be like, I heard one, I was like, damn, what do I do?
Yeah.
And you had to keep going though.
Sure.
But I was definitely feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
That shit was funny though.
Yeah, you can't let it get in your head, right?
Yeah.
But that's probably easier said than done.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
But that show was bad for a couple reasons. Like, we were performing, like halfway through, my mic cut off.
Uh-huh.
So I'm thinking like the engineer did that shit. So I get off the stage ready to go beat this shit out this nigga. And then my stage manager just stopped me because he feel like I was the one that turned that shit off.
Oh,
So I left early and shit. It was just bad. It was hella people there too, like hella label people.
yeah.
Artists, Lil Yachty was there. I was just going out sad. But yeah, you live and you learn for real.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's so much that can go wrong, right? And it's like, you know, you just have to roll with it.
Yeah.
So going out with Ski Mask, so how does that change the game for you? Like, how does it change people's, you know?
Like, look at me.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, I just get a little more respect, I guess. Like,
You start getting calls,
yeah.
DMs, that kind of thing?
Yeah, on that tour, it was crazy. I gained hella fans from that.
Yeah.
They always like, come back out the city, come back out the city. I'm like, there gotta be enough people to book me.
Right.
You feel me? Like, enough people to come out just because, like, maybe there'll be like 10 people in one city. I'm like, damn, I would go out there, but it's not feasible.
Yeah.
But yeah,
How did he find you?
Instagram. Wait,
Okay.
who?
Ski Mask.
Oh, Ski Mask did find me. I met him on there. He was just like, Band Hunter Izzy's people found me and told me to hop on the tour with him. And that's
cool.
when I met him. But I'm cool with Ski now, though. That's my boy.
So is it like, I know you're from Maryland. Are you from Baltimore?
Outside of Baltimore.
Outside? What's it called?
Columbia.
Okay. And so is it, obviously there's a lot of music coming out of Maryland, D.C., that whole
Hell yeah.
area.
There's so much, but it's just like none is breaking through.
Yeah. I was at a Christmas party the other night. Wale was performing.
Yeah. Wale, you got people like Wale.
That was a long time ago.
But yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah. So what's the scene out there like now? I mean, obviously, you know, that area, you know, is famous for Wale, is famous for go-go. There's like certain people that come out of there, but tell us about the scene right now.
It's a lot of good artists coming out of there. They're getting a little bit more recognition than they were in the past, like maybe 4 years.
Uh-huh.
Like this couple years, you've gotten a lot more recognition. Baltimore, seems like more people in the DC, DMV area getting more love.
Yeah.
But then you got people like Shorty, Band Hunter Izzy, Young Moose that are coming out. People starting to see, but we ain't there yet though.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's a certain sound?
It was a certain sound, and I feel like that was I don't know. It's like our sound hasn't been made mainstream yet, so the people who are mainstream kind of branched out to a different sound. Like Shorty, like that's why he up right now, because he branched out.
Okay.
And that sound, that Baltimore sound, ain't mainstream yet. Like, it can happen, just like it happened in Florida.
Sure.
It's like it's happening in New York, but it just hasn't yet, for real. And the DMV, shit, don't talk about, everybody taking our flow, everybody. I don't care what nobody say. We started that shit, and then now all the artists that are blowing up, all the artists that are using that flow are blowing up, instead of the people that are from here.
Right.
This shit is crazy.
So like, who's got that type of flow?
Like, you got like Stunner for Vegas.
Uh-huh.
He pay homage, but it's like he blew up off our shit.
Yeah.
Goddamn, everybody, like even Lil Uzi, just hella people, like Splurge. He blew up off this. He blew up off our flow. Just hella people for real.
So how much do you think about that when you're making music? Like,
I don't think about it.
no,
Cause I rap like that sometimes.
right.
But that's not even my main source of income.
What do you mean?
Like that's not even, well, I do get a lot. People do ask me to rap more, but like singing is my main thing.
Uh-huh.
So and I just do all types of things, like all types of different types of music. So I ain't really worried about that shit, cause you can't compete. Like you all you gotta do is compete with yourself. Like, you feel me?
I guess what I'm wondering is, like, when you're making music, are you thinking about, like, who is there somebody that you're writing for? Is it for your hood? Is it for the, the whole world? Is it like, do you have something in mind?
I really thought about that. I just kind of write music, what I'm feeling at the time. But like the last mixtape, I have written a couple songs for like the youth who are going through shit. Like after I got that DM, I was like, all right, I'm gonna use that. Whatever I'm doing right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use that. So I made a song called "Be Yourself," and that was like mainly for like the kids, like the X fans and the Juice WRLD type fans. Yeah. So I did that specifically for them.
Nice.
And
do you see that, like, as far as how it's received? Are you feel like you're reaching those kids?
Hell yeah. Because people tell me all the time. I still get DMs to this day talking about, you changed my life. I'm like, how? But it's good. Like, like I feel like it's more than just like now. I like money, but like now it's more like I could do something with it. Like I have I contribute to society. I always tell this to my father when he was thinking I'm bullshit. I'm like, man, I contribute to society. I help kids. Like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
So it's like, give me like another reason to do it.
But that's not what you set out to do, right? That just kind of happened.
Yeah, nah. I like music just in general. I've always liked making music. So.
Yeah.
But now that there's like a more or less selfish reason, give me more, bigger motive.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah. So you're distributing with United Masters still? Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you must be hearing from labels.
Yeah, a little bit here and there. Well, mainly A&Rs really. But that's all. Like I said, it ain't nothing till the check is signed.
Sure.
Present me.
So take us through that a little bit, because obviously, until recently, it's really hard for artists to come up without a label.
Right, yeah.
And so now we know that, there's lots of other options, and, more and more people are starting to do it independently. And so kind of give me a little bit of your thought process on, like, if I'm an artist starting out, how am I making that decision? If labels are coming at me.
I say, like, if you have a team, don't sign to no label if it's just you. Because what you're gonna do is, especially if you broke, what you're gonna do is just use that money and spend it on yourself.
Sure.
Because the labels, they'll put money behind you, but they're not gonna put no effort behind you. So it's like, if you just signing, you gotta use that money that you get to work on yourself too. Like, pretend like you don't even have a backing. You just gotta check.
Right.
So put that all back into the music. But I'm not even worried about signing to a label for real. So.
What do you think?
But like if you had a team, if you had a team that knew what they were doing, like good at marketing, you had all your own artists, your own graphic design people, your own booking agents, then you take that bag and you feel me, put it into the music, like I said.
Sure.
But if you just by yourself, because there's too many people out there that sign to labels for money, and that money go away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you don't use it to make more money, it's just a waste.
I mean, I get it. That seems like, if you're young and somebody's showing you a check bigger than anything you've ever seen in your life, it's got to be tempting. It's going to be hard to say no.
Hell yeah, and it was.
Yeah.
But you gotta just like have more. Gotta see more worth in yourself. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think would make it? What would it take for to sort of, not, I don't want to say change your mind, but like what would a label need to bring to the table for it to make it worthwhile? Or is that just off the table? You're gonna be independent no matter what.
Nah, I would.
I'm not trying to talk you into anything. I'm just curious.
I feel you. I don't know. It would just have to be more like. I wouldn't sign to a label right now, a major label.
Yeah.
Unless I was up, like I had. You feel me? Unless I can really negotiate the numbers.
Yeah.
But if I can't really do that now, then it's just like it's a waste because them shits lock you in for real.
So what do you do to? I think sometimes it's hard to know where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you know where you came from, and but I always see, it's how can I say it? Like it's easy to overestimate. Like people, like I came from playing for 5 people in my living room to now I'm on these big, I'm on Rolling Loud, right?
I mean, I think the people who are on top got to the top too quickly, and that's why they kind of weak now.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I can't, like I'm not the type of person to go viral. Like I don't know how to do that shit. So I'm fine. Like I'm gonna just keep working and slowly build my fan base. As long as I like to do it, it's like I ain't really worried about nothing.
Yeah.
It's only gonna get better. You know what I'm saying? So
what do you look for then? Like, I heard somebody talking the other day about how, in the old days, or let's say before streaming, it was like you work really hard to make an album. You put all this money and time, and a year went by making an album, and then it either hits or it doesn't.
yeah.
And like usually after the first weekend, if you got something, right?
Right.
And if you don't, you're kind of done. You're either your career's over, or you got to go work on it for another year and try to come back, right? And so they were talking about how, with streaming now, there's really no misses. Like you can put out a song, it might react or not, and you can drop another one, or you can.
Yeah, but it's like if it ain't better than the last, it's kind of L. But like.
So is that what you're watching for? You're looking at like, did we stream more on this track than the last one? Just increase each time?
Song's going either, you feel me? I don't look at the individual tracks because that's it's too shaky. But like I look at the album streams.
Okay.
So like my first album, I'm not calling them albums, I'm calling them mixtapes.
Yeah.
First mixtape did good for me at that time. Second one did way better. So that's how I know I'm on the right track of growing.
Yeah.
And if it was I don't know. If it wasn't for streams, I don't know what I'd probably be working a job right now. But like that shit really legitimized irrelevant people.
How do you mean?
Like it really like I said you can do, like you said, you could do more now because of streams. Like you can reach more people.
Yeah.
Because like people are gonna listen to your shit more than they're gonna just buy your shit outright.
Sure.
So people could just easily stream your shit and you get paid for it. Now people can make careers out of nothing.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing and also a bad thing. But hey, I'm living in this world, so fuck it.
That's right. How do you, I think I read somewhere that you have like a unusual high engagement with your fans.
Yeah.
What do you do? So if I'm an up and coming artist, like give me some advice on what.
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. I don't know how that shit work, man. That shit, Instagram fucking it up too, but
how's that?
They just making it harder.
Well, they want that money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They want you to pay them.
It's so much harder now, but I don't know. I just kind of have I just been lucky, really, just to have fans that really will engage with you.
Yeah.
And I always respond to I always just show love, cause if you support me, I used to be hated on, so now that I get love, I'm gonna show that love back.
Yeah. When
Regardless
were you getting hated on?
Just growing up, man. Hell yeah. But it's crazy because now everybody will be on my fucking dick. It's sick, man. Especially back home, they don't show love until you,
Right.
Till you go out, you leave, you get love, and they see that. I'm like, oh, now I'm gonna show love. But yeah, I always show. You feel me? I go on live with all my fans.
Okay.
If you a fan, I'll be on live and I request, and people will request, and I go live with everybody, and I respond as soon as they hit me up. I don't respond to everybody because it's a lot, but
Sure.
I respond to a lot of them.
But you do it yourself? You don't have somebody
Nah, I do all myself.
Yeah.
I hate Instagram. Once I'm to a point where I don't really have to do all that shit, I'm
that
really
right?
off that shit. Hell yeah. It's stressful, yo.
Why?
Because it's what you need. Right, in this day and age, you need that.
Sure.
You need either that or streams.
Yeah.
But it all linked together, so.
And are you messing with with TikTok, Triller, all the new stuff?
I was definitely rocking with Triller. I don't know how to use TikTok,
Okay.
but I'm gonna learn though.
Yeah. Snapchat?
Nah,
Not really.
Snapchat's for my personal life.
Okay.
I had nobody on Snapchat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So how do you decide? I mean, that's to me, that seems like one of the hardest parts of being an artist today is there's so many channels, people want access to you.
Yeah.
It sounds like you want to, kind of have that access to them as well.
Yeah.
But it's not easy, right?
It's not easy. You gotta really figure out.
So do you sit and strategize with your team? I know we got your manager right here. Do you guys strategize around that, or is it just a natural thing?
No, we talk about it.
Yeah.
We talk about it. But at first, I was just figuring out what to do,
Sure.
and it kind of just came natural, through Instagram. So, but now that it's a business, you really have to think about it. Figure out when you're gonna drop it, what you're gonna drop, how many you're gonna drop,
Right.
how many posts a week and shit.
Yeah.
It's like a job.
Yeah. Let me ask you something, manager. Because I know you work with a lot of social influencers, and so can you teach people how to do that, or do people just have to know? Are you just looking for people that know how to do it?
No, there's a formula
Yeah.
to it. We were talking when he wasn't engaging as much.
Uh-huh.
He was saying that engagement was going down. And he's right, it is stressful because you do have to constantly be making content. Because
Yeah.
when you go away, it stops, recommending your content to your fans. So,
Yeah.
you could have 25,000, 100,000, 5 million followers. If you're not posting regularly, it's not like everybody sees your content.
Right.
Maybe 10% of your audience will see it
Sure.
inherently.
If that, right?
At most, right?
Yeah.
That's inherent. So if you're posting regularly, then it's a higher percentage of that audience plus audience outside of your followers that are actually going to see it. And
So
you have to prep for
is that the biggest thing? Is frequency?
frequency it depends on the platform.
Okay.
So for Instagram, frequency is very important. Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube's different. Now we don't really do as much with YouTube right now because music is a little bit different than YouTube. But
Sure.
with YouTube, you can hit trends.
Right.
So if you're a gamer, you can talk about a specific game.
Right.
And you'll trigger the algorithm for the game. So you have your audience,
Uh-huh.
plus hey, you're in this genre that people are interested in.
Got it.
So you have to be, it's crazy how analytical you have to be and actually strategize with what you're, with the picture.
Yeah.
To see how many people can see your picture.
Sure.
It's actually crazy how much goes into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's it's definitely harder. My friends who are older generations of artists, they really struggle with it because they're just not used to it. Not everybody knows how to, but just the thinking is so different, right? That these people grew up kind of hiding behind the scenes, go out on tour or whatever. You know, a photo shoot once a year was like or a video shoot. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of people struggle with that.
I mean, you could really have a whole career though, with not even really engaging with Instagram. Cause I see like artists with like way less followers than me.
Yeah.
But their streams is like they tour.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the problem? If you're making money off tours, you making streams, you'll slowly grow. But like, you don't really have to be like viral all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a great point. Like, we've always had that. There's always been artists that, you know, were you know, their success was because their music got played on radio, and then you have some other artists that never got radio, but their tours would sell out, right? Or, you know, I know like, you know, Lil Sky's huge on YouTube. I think he's bigger on YouTube than he is on Spotify, right? And, you know, for whatever reason, like there's just so many different avenues, and I think a lot of times we think we have to do everything. Maybe talk us through that a little bit. Do you like, how much are you thinking about like, if I do this one thing, like that's my main focus versus like making sure everything else is covered?
I mean, that's how I used to think, but like, you gotta kind of focus on everything.
Yeah.
But I used to just be like, I'm gonna just make music.
Uh-huh.
Like it's more than that. You gotta shoot videos, gotta do press.
Yeah.
Gotta blogs and shit like that. It's all important for real.
Yeah. What's next for you?
Just more growth for real. But
I mean, we're ending up the year right now. Thinking about next year, what are you most excited about?
Definitely some more shows, more festivals, more videos, just more of everything. More money, all of that.
Of course.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't really like, it's just like, I know the year is gonna be better than the last. I don't even worry about it. Like, it's just, yeah, I take it year by year. It gets better every year so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just excited for the new year. You feel me?
Nice. That's way better than being afraid or, you know, dreading it, right?
Afraid, nah.
What about, you know, you were talking about the DMs you get, right? The people that you're, you know, say that you're helping them through your music. Is that how much is that sort of part of what you're trying to do?
What do you mean, like reaching people?
Yeah, is that I don't know, is there like a goal behind that, or is it just kind of let it flow naturally?
I let it flow naturally, for real. Hey, what do you mean goal? Like,
I don't know. I think, well, it's like you said, you didn't start out making music to have like a message behind it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right, but you see it resonating with people, right, connecting with people. So, is that changing your process at all?
Yeah. Oh, it definitely. Yeah, it definitely did. But like I said, it just comes out. I just write. I don't have to think about that because I just write what I feel at the moment, and it just comes naturally. Because there's always gonna be people that's gonna relate to your specific situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I used to rap. I used to write about like my father not being in my life because I knew, because that's everybody I grew up with didn't have a father, so I wrote about that to relate to more people.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. My father was always in my life. And there's also other people who have their father in their life, so I can reach them. You feel me? I can just be specific. Like I don't have to like pander to like a group of people. I can just be myself, and there's always gonna be somebody out there that's gonna relate. So I don't have to like worry about that shit.
Yeah. You know, what about, you know, you're talking about Juice, you know, when you heard the news, Like, does that stuff affect like the what you want to do, how you want to make music?
Yeah, man. Like Juice was like, I remember my second biggest song, a song called "Lie to Me," and he that came literally after listening to his Lucid Dreams. Like he literally inspired a group of it's like a genre of my music. Yeah, like a piece of it, cause I do all types of shit. But like he was like that artist. I was fucking with him heavy. I should have said what's up to him. Didn't get to say what's up to him because I was at their show. They were touring together. Right. And I wanted to see him in DC. I was like, I'll meet him another time. I go to the studio anytime, do a song. Like, it's gonna happen. So I wasn't worried about it. Sure enough, this shit happened. I'm like, damn. Yeah. But that's just how life is, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, we never know what's coming, right?
Yeah. That shit crazy. Yeah.
I got a little lightning round before. Okay, lightning round. What's your favorite city to travel to?
City?
Yeah.
Shit. Miami.
Oh yeah, I love Miami.
I mean, it's for different reasons, but like, yeah, Miami.
Yeah. What's the reason?
It's the weather.
Oh yeah.
I'm so tired of
For
East
sure.
Coast. Yeah.
Definitely. Well, if we come to Baltimore, what should we see?
What do you mean?
Just like give me some highlights in Baltimore. I've been to DC a few times, but I've never been to Baltimore.
DC, there's a nice you can go to DC and really stay out the mix and be fine. Baltimore is a small part that's safe. For real, everything outside of the inner harbor.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is that right?
Yeah, man.
Who's your favorite DJ?
DJ Scheme and DJ Cinco.
Cinco?
Cinco from DC. He was the DJ on the tour.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't know how much time you have to read. What's the last great book you read?
Last great book I read was The Four Agreements.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's great. Love that. I've read it a few times. I always go back to it.
Yeah, exactly. That type of shit.
What movie have you seen the most in your life?
Definitely. Let's see. It's a movie called Jumper.
Jumper?
Yeah. It's a trash movie, but I fuck with that shit so hard.
Oh, really? I don't know if I know it.
That shit was hard.
But it's funny, everybody I ask, like, I would say half of them are trash movies. But we just, we fuck with them for whatever reason.
I don't know what it is.
That's funny. Is there a style that you had growing up that you're glad is not on social media?
Oh, hell yeah. Niggas used to rock colored skinny jeans back in the jerkin. Because I know it's big out here. This shit got all the way to the East Coast.
Yeah.
And middle school used to dance and shit.
That's funny.
Fun, though. I don't regret it, though. Just glad it's not.
Yeah, that's right. You want to leave it in the past.
Yes, sir.
If you could wake up tomorrow morning having gained one skill or ability, what would it be?
Guitar.
Nice. That's a good one. If I worked for you or I was on your team, what's something I would hear you say over and over?
With a Henny at?
You guys need a Henny sponsorship.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't want to do that, though. I feel like it's too stereotypical.
Right.
But that's my father shit on me all the time about it.
They do support a lot of, they support a lot of hip hop though.
Yeah. They got to. They better. Fuck.
Yeah. It's new though. Like I remember I was talking to somebody about that the other day. Like, one time somebody interviewed the CEO of Cristal
Oh yeah.
and was like, "What do you think about these rappers?" You know, I think it was something about Jay-Z, and he was like, "Well, we can't stop people," but he was kind of saying like they didn't want the support, and then Jay-Z and them launched their own champagne, right? And
I remember that.
there's been a lot of that. You know, it's only more recently that you see. You're right. They should.
They got
support.
no choice. They have no choice. Like we, the biggest consumers in America, like black people, straight up. If it wasn't for us, niggas go out of business.
Yeah, I think it's taken a long time. It's taken generations for these companies to kind of wrap their heads around that.
Yeah.
And you know, obviously now you see it. Now you see LVMH working with Rihanna.
Shit, Gucci finally fucking with
Gucci and Dapper
man.
Dan.
So that's crazy.
Yeah. So how's everybody find you?
Oh, you follow me on Instagram at real Tayy Brown. That's real Tayy Brown.
Tay with two Y's.
Tay with two Y's, yes sir.
Right on.
And that's everywhere. YouTube, Tayy Brown.
Send the man a DM if he changed your life. Tayy Brown, thanks for doing this, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
It was fun. Come back anytime you're in town.
Yes, sir.
That was Tayy Brown on Rebel Radio. Make sure you check out Tayy's music, and make sure you leave us a comment. Let us know how you felt about that one. Give us some feedback. Tell us, give us some suggestions for who else we should have on the show. I'd love to hear from you. You can find us on Twitter at Rebel Radio Net, Facebook, same thing. You can watch videos of a lot of our episodes showing up on our YouTube channel at Rebel Radio Net. And most importantly, come back next week for more Rebel Radio. Peace.